Hello, my friends. Welcome back to my channel. This is your psychologist, Anarina Alvarez from Southern California. And today I want to share with you this video, which is happiness. And what is happiness mean? And everybody has a different way to feel happy. So it's not really a list of things that everybody needs to do in order to be happy. Because, happy can be different from everyone. But happy is an art that you can actually study it in order to be happy. It's an art like going to school and study a career. Once you go to school and study a career, you have to actually read a lot and you have to study and you have to do tests. And some people fail the test and they don't pass the class. So happiness is the same thing. A lot of times we fail those tests and we're like, oh gosh, I'm still not happy. I feel that I'm lacking so many things. So happiness is an art that the good thing is that you can actually study the art of happiness. You can study and you're probably going to ask me, how do I study? Like, where do I study? Is there like a school to go and study happiness? And it's actually different things that you have to do. And there's a lot of things that you have to work, and I know the word work scares a lot of people because a lot of people wants things very easily to come to them. If they don't come to them very easily, they're not willing to struggle and they're not willing to work hard at it. But I know you will. If you know that happiness can be achievable, I'm sure that if you are looking at this video, it's because you're willing to do whatever it takes to be happy. And you know what? You deserve it. Everybody deserves to be happy. And I think the best thing is that is there for everyone. Is there for all of us. So it's not like, okay, you've been chosen to be happy and you've been chosen to suffer. That's a lie. I don't think we're chose to be happy and we're chose to be sad. Is something that we actually create. When you do a happy birthday, I am sure that you don't like, oh, today is my son's birthday, today is my husband's birthday, I'm gonna do a birthday party, and the same day you go and buy everything. I mean, it's not gonna be a happy birthday. It's gonna be like a really messy, birthday, because nothing is in place, everything's going crazy. When you plan a happy birthday that person will never forget, you have to make a good plan, and that person will never forget that birthday because everything was so like organized and so beautiful, and you took the time to look at many things. When you plan a wedding or when you plan an anniversary, I mean, I am sure you take the time to actually plan it so it can come out great and have great memories, right? When you plan a wedding, it's not from one day to the other, and it takes time and it takes work and it takes patience and it takes for you to study, like, okay, where do I go for this? Where do I go for that? So, and we're talking about just like a wedding one day that you want things to be perfect. You want things to be great and happy, and everybody wants to forget about their problems, and they want to forget about all these things that are going on in their life at that moment because you want to plan a beautiful wedding and you want to be happy and you want people to feel comfortable and be happy. So I am sure it takes some time to do that. You can actually tell when you get to a place and the place is like, wow, you're like, wow, I'm impressed. It took a lot of work and time to get there. And once again, we're just talking about one day. But isn't it crazy that a lot of times we don't plan our life to be happy? We think happy is just gonna come like, oh, all of a sudden it's luck. It's not luck. You have to work for it. People that wants to be happy in their marriage, you have to work for it. You can't just sit there and pretend like, oh, he's gonna make me happy or she's gonna make me happy. You have to work for it. You have to like nourish each other. You have to love each other. You have to like be there for each other. You have to support each other. You have to carry each other. It's not like, okay, well, you do all the work and no, marriage is two. You both have to do this, not just one person, or not just like well, if you want it, you can come and do it. No, it's like you want to be happy. You both have to make that, like people say, and it makes a lot of sense. People say you have to put water in the little plant so that plant can still be alive. And happiness is the same thing. You have to actually want to be happy, but you have to plan it. You have to plan to be happy every day. How? It's not an amount, it's not an account. I know rich people and they're very miserable. They're so unhappy, they're bitter. And you can say, well, how can they be so unhappy with all this money? Yeah, because money doesn't buy happiness. Money can buy you a vacation, but you can go to the most beautiful place and still be unhappy at that place. Or you can actually go, I don't know, to the beach around your block, and you can be the happiest person on the planet. So it's not where you go, and it's not if you have the money to go or not. It's how you actually perceive what you have. So the perception, the way we see things, the way we are thankful in our heart for what we have. If you have little, well, be thankful for what you have and work for what you want without being bitter, without, like, enjoy. Get that joy that anything can give you if you actually make it happen. It's up to you. It's not up to anyone. And it's hard when you are working so hard to make things work, and another person is not enjoying, and it's like, oh my god, I want that person to be happy. And sometimes you work so hard for someone to be happy, but they don't want to be happy, and like, you can't do anything about it. You can give them what you can, but see, it's up to each person to be happy. So a lot of times we try really hard for someone else to be happy, and maybe they don't want to be happy, or maybe they have some issues that they have to resolve. They have unresolved issues, and that's why those unresolved issues get on the way to be happy. So I really encourage you, if you do have some of those issues, that no matter what happens, no matter who comes to your life, no matter what you have or what you don't have, you're still unhappy, you have unresolved issues, that I would encourage you to actually look for help. Whether it's spiritual help, which is, I'm not talking about a bad spiritual help, but like, if you look for God, and God can give you that the piece of the puzzle that is missing. Maybe is God missing in your life, and he will complete you. But if it's not, if you already have God in your heart and you're still unhappy, well, you know what, it's up to you to make things work in here. Remember that you have to first see it here, and then that is going to give you the emotions that you need to be happy. So I really encourage you to work really hard and focus on what you have and be thankful for it. That's one of the things that I came to realize in this career, that the person is not happy because they're not thankful. And you're gonna say, thankful to who? Well, thankful to, because you're alive. Sometimes we don't have the things we want, materialistic things, or even, I don't know, other things. But that, once again, money doesn't buy happiness. Money actually can buy you a vacation in the most beautiful place, but you can still go and be unhappy, right? So money can help you be in very nice places and have everything you want, and have all the vehicles, and have all the houses, and have all this money, but you can still be very unhappy. So it's up to you, whether you have a little or whether you have a lot. It's up to you to be thankful and be happy and enjoy it. So it doesn't happen by accident. Okay, you have to plan it. Just like when you plan an anniversary or a wedding, you have to plan it. You have to work hard for it. You have to see the little details, okay? And this is very important, because a lot of people say, well, those are little things. It doesn't matter. No, those little details make a big difference sometimes in what you want, in the happiness. When it comes to marriage, sometimes those little details are very important to make that relationship very strong. So look at the little details and work on it. You know, make a plan, see how long it's going to take you, and work hard on it so you can get there. I'm going to give you a very simple example about getting to a place where you want to be. Okay, every day, those of you that work or go to school, or even if you don't work and go to school, but you actually want to get somewhere, you have an appointment, okay, and you know you had to be there a certain day, a certain time, and okay, so you take your car and go, or take the bus or whatever, but you have a place to be at a certain time. So what happens? You know you're gonna go that day. You already plan it. You already um, make all the necessary things that you have to do to actually get there. So now you're on your way there, and now there's an accident. So it's like, okay, the street is closed. What do? You go back home? No, especially if you're going to work. You're like, oh my God, this is closed. So what do I do? You figure it out. You go around the block. You go in a different direction. You go in a different freeway. You go in different streets. You do whatever it takes, but you actually get to your destination, right? Why? Because maybe you need to get pay, and you're gonna get compensated because of you going to work, and that money is gonna pay your bills. But you do whatever it takes to actually get there. You got to the destination no matter what. So why don't we do the same thing for happiness? You want to get there, but as soon as you hit an accident, you're like, oh, okay, you turn around. You don't want to work. You don't want to do anything. You just want to give up. And you can't do that. This is your life, being happy. I mean, think about it. Think about you being happy all the time. But because you are working so hard to get there, there is a destination that you want to get, and you want to work really hard at it, and you don't want to give up just because there's obstacles in front of you. You go around it, you go above and beyond. But you don't stop until you actually reach it. And you know what? It takes work. And guess what? I'd rather work hard to be happy than not work at all and be unhappy the rest of my life. I can tell you that for sure. And I'm thinking that if you're watching this, you're probably the same way. You're gonna do whatever it takes to be happy, and you can take one step at a time. One little thing. Start enjoying what you have now. Start enjoying whatever it is. I don't want to, like, you cannot give me any excuses. I can give you a list of things why I could be unhappy. But guess what? I chose not to. I chose to say, no, I want to be happy, and I'm going to work really hard to be happy because I deserve it. Okay? So I am going to stick to that, and I hope I can encourage you to do the same. Well, thank you for being here. I hope you liked this video. If you did, give me a thumbs up and share it with other people that you think they need it too. I hope to see you in my next video. You take care. This is your psychologist, Ana Alvarez. Bye-bye.